Austin, 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 Austin. Who's next? You're next. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest is next in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage, the only platform where all music and wrestling matters. And boy, does he have a lot to say. But I'm scratching my head here, wondering, because our guest seems like he wants everyone. He seems like he's got problems with almost everybody right now in BYCW. Dalton Skull addressed his former tag team partner plenty last night. I know our guest heard those comments. How about this guy, Jason Noctis, who's been here? Yeah, we'll talk about him. Drake Steele? Well, you were up, Austin Edwards, and well, it ended like how it ended for Goldberg a little while ago. And then there's even this guy that's always here on Sportswire Radio, the nemesis, James Taylor. Never say never, kid, huh? Well, apparently you definitely want that match, and we'll have to see if there can't be no other way. And you'll be facing James Taylor, but there is so much to talk about here. And plus, I've even got something for you, Austin Edwards, which I'm going to award you of. And boy, we're not going to crash and burn tonight. I have no doubt. We're not crash and burning because our guest makes his long-awaited return to this platform. And ladies and gentlemen, I know that our chat will arrive here shortly. I know that those in BYCW, maybe even this guy Blackheart, will be watching. Oh, by the way, Austin Edwards had him up. And yeah, just like Goldberg used to, he knocked him down too. But in the famous words of Def Leppard frontman Joe Elliott, let's get rocked because I know our chat's waiting for it. Our guest has been waiting for weeks to come back onto a platform that he and BYCW have most certainly helped build to the tune of over 1,500 subscribers. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get rocked here tonight on Sportswire Radio, the #1 global radio station where all music and wrestling matters. So, with that, without further ado, here on the Sports Report, #1 global sports show, faster than a speeding bullet. Two-time former BYCW Intercontinental Champion and former one half of the BYCW Tag Team Champions of the World. Who's next? He's next. His name is simply put, Austin Goldberg! Just for you, Austin. Austin Edwards! My friend, how are we doing?
I am doing good. I am doing great. Just a lot of planning, for November.
You better be planning. You better be planning. You may need Doug Dillinger, formerly of Goldberg Security, to enter out with you. Maybe what we got to do going forward, maybe the new general manager, Chase Sullivan, can work on this. Maybe Dalton Skull, who's definitely going to be watching us, who was here last night. Maybe what you need going forward is what Goldberg used to famously have in his heyday. Maybe you need some BYCW security. Maybe you need to go out there and bang your head on the BYCW lockers that Goldberg used to famously do. Get that cut on your head, get ready, go out there and just do it, and maybe that's what you need, because in order for you to continue to keep taking shots at everybody and wanting to be who's next and what's next, you may need security, and I would certainly recommend for Chase Sullivan and Dalton Skull, maybe since you are, everybody says, oh, Austin. In fact, even the commentary team said, Edwards, maybe you need security going forward, like Goldberg used to famously have in his heyday.
Yes, you're absolutely right, Tom. And you know what? I'm proud that we actually do have a general manager that actually knows what he is doing in the business. So, Mr. Chase Sullivan, if you are watching, my friend, great job.
Austin Edwards is unhinged. He is unhinged, ladies and gentlemen. Not only has he been going after the likes of Dalton Skull, the likes of the nemesis James Taylor, Jason Noctis, most certainly, Drake Steele, now he's commending Chase Sullivan. And I'm going to get to it. For those that are listening and watching here in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage, the only platform where all music and wrestling matters, the platform that Austin Edwards and BYCW most certainly helped build to the tune of 1,500 plus subscribers. Austin Edwards, talk about Chase Sullivan's announcement about you being in the ring with one Jason Noctis.
See, when I heard that I was facing Mr. Noctis, I looked at the boys in the back, and I was like, he must have a name for me. See, I never heard of Mr. Chase Sullivan myself, but once I've got word in the back that he does a fine, great job at booking and doing what he does, I was a little, happy about it, because now I can finally get my hands on Jason Noctis, who calls himself the King.
Well, he calls himself the King, but you're an assassin. You are an assassin who has been a two-time BYCW Intercontinental Champion, one half of those BYCW Tag Team Champions, and a man that has been a rising star in the backyard wrestling circuit for the better part of 9 months. Jason Noctis has been on this platform. Jason Noctis has been a man that has certainly called his own shots. He has called out people in different places, and now he's up, and we're going to see if he's next, because you got him next, Austin Edwards. And you know, Austin Edwards, you've called out all these different people, but in order for you to go where you want to go and BYCW and be back at the top of the food chain in the backyard wrestling circuit, you're going to have to go out there and beat the TPW champion, Jason Noctis.
I've already beat multiple champions. I've beat former champions.
Yes, you have.
I have beat recently ATK.
That's right.
And he told me that I was just a mid-carder. And I went out there and I proved
that's last month
with him, and I beat him 1, 2, 3.
And you did, and you've defeated guys that currently hold championships, like this guy Blackheart, by the way, who wants your former tag team partner Dalton Skull dead. So you know how to beat champions. You know how to go out there and be one of those guys to look for in the future. But Jason Noctis has had, like I said, has had plenty to say here. and he attacked you not too long ago. I'm going to put that footage up here in a second. He attacked you after your match where you tried to get back on Drake Steele and it didn't work out. And I'm going to put that footage up to remind you of what happened to you, Austin Edwards. Well, let's just say Jason Noctis, well, he assassinated you and attempted to, sir.
He attempted, but do you see, he did not get that job done. See, he could have walked up to me and said, hey, I would like a match with you. No. He had to come out and blindside attack me.
Yeah, it was certainly not what we expected, but, obviously you're going to have to watch your back. You're going to definitely have to watch your back, and certainly being in the BYCW arena. I will get to everybody here in the chat. We will have some announcements for some upcoming guests. I see some New Yorkers here. I will give a shout out to a young lady in a few minutes. We'll get to all of that shortly, but Austin Edwards, I mean, we're going to watch this attack again very shortly, but you've been coming up on the short end of the stick lately, and, I mean, you can't let guys like Jason Noctis get in your head.
No, I've let too many people try to come up, and usually I can knock them down.
Yeah.
But see, before Speed Limit, Dalton School gave me them pile drivers.
He did.
I was lucky enough to go out there and be able to perform for the people.
You did.
Speed Limit 6.
You did. You fought valiantly, but you lost that Intercontinental Championship, and that was something that valued you, and I guess it's kind of like a domino effect. Look at what happened with you and Dalton Skull, and then look what happens with Dalton Skull and Blake Steele, but Drake Steele, yeah. Well, you ate some of the steel there in the BYCW ring because you're about to go down again, and we're going to watch that senseless attack that happened to you, sir. And all I could just say is, Austin Edwards, I mean, you got to win. This is a big match for you coming up with Jason Noctis. This is a match where you got to get a victory here.
Oh, yeah. Everybody's telling me that, the same thing you tell me. I have to get the victory. But people are scared of what's going on.
They're scared? What do you mean? What are they scared of?
Because of what Mr. Dalton Skull did after he gave me them pile drivers. He damn near ended my career to where I could not go out there and perform.
I mean, that's what Dalton Skull does. I mean, he's sneaky. He's a 10-year veteran. But look at what happens here, though. This is what I want to ask you about Austin Edwards, because there is Jason Noctis. Jason Noctis obviously comes in here. He has been a guy that's talked a lot. He's got a big mouth. He's definitely talked a big game here on Sportswire, and he's now taking a video of what, he's about to do to you. And these guys, they don't even work here. I mean, Jason Noctis doesn't work in BYCW. He doesn't work here. And he's decided to target you because you know what? It is kind of what comes around goes around. Because you remember, Austin Edwards, how you came in here? You came in here like a bowl of fire beating Dalton Skull. Well, Jason Noctis wants to come in here to BYCW kind of the same way you came in last year and beat you just like the way you beat Dalton Skull.
He's trying to copy me. I think that's what he is. He's trying to copy every single thing that I have done. And he's trying to make it better. My friend, if you are watching this, you cannot make nothing better than what I can do.
No. Well, he's got gold, and he came on here and said he was going to be at the very top in the backyard circuit. That was his goal. And beating you is going to certainly help him get there.
If he beats me, I don't know what I'm going to do.
I don't know what you're going to do either, because you got to go go out there and get a victory. But I see a bunch of people here in the chat. Let's go out there and, first of all, give some plugs before I make a transition into more talk with you. BYCW has a YouTube channel. We got some subscribers last night. Let's get some more subscribers. Hit that sub button for BYCW. BYCW's worked with Sportswire. Let's work with BYCW. Join the conversation. thank you, everybody here, for tuning in. Hit the sub button for us while you're at it. Also want to say hello to my lovely friend Abby out there, not to be confused with Abbey Road and the Beatles. But Abby, I hope you're doing well. I hope that you are smiling still, and I hope we can provide you some action here. It'll be an action-packed show tonight, and thank you for being beautiful. Thank you for being what we need here, and thank you for everything you've done, and hope you're here enjoying this in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage. And my name is the Reverend Tom Bryce, but you knew that, but the rest of the chat now remembers that. Okay, so obviously you got a lot going on here. And you said it, and I'm going to go back to it because it does feel like Austin Edwards. You want shots at everybody. You've called out Dalton Skull again. You've even called out this guy, James Taylor. James Taylor, who, by the way, is the BYCW Undisputed Champion and the PWF Uprising Champion. You've called him out, but yet back-to-back times, you lost to Drake Steele when you were the incumbent still as the BYCW Intercontinental Champion, and you lost to get that title back. I mean, Austin Edwards, I mean, maybe you are biting off far more than you can chew.
Tom, I
yes,
got
sir.
a question.
You can ask me anything you want.
How many times have you seen a wrestler give up just by losing a championship?
We have seen, sadly, in this sport, far too, in my career, far too many. Far too many, but not you.
But they have came back, and they've won what was bigger.
They have. Yes, that's true. That is true. There have some, while some may have fallen on their sword, there are others that have gotten right back up. There is no question that you have to deal with going to make that transition. I say it all the time here. To make that transition from being the hunter to the hunted. You learn that transition. Now you've got to make the adjustment once again. So it better be for your case, Austin Edwards, because I know Abby's a big fan of yours. She ain't no fan of mine, but she's a big Austin Edwards fan. She watches BYCW. She's a big fan of the BYCW locker room, and she's a big fan of yours, not so much a fan of me. Man, move on. Next person. But the facts are is that you got to be the guy that got to the BYCW Intercontinental Championship not once but twice. That's what you got to be. So I hope by calling out all these people, it'll get you there.
See, I'm hoping it does too, but the way I see it, if it's just going to keep on going down and down, I'm not just going to give up. I'm just going to keep fighting for what I love and what I do. If I have to,
you do love this sport.
If I have to sit back and earn the shots like I have been doing, instead of just getting one match and then getting that shot. I understand you've been in wrestling for a really, really long time. But whenever somebody is sitting there earning their spot for so long, why jump that gun?
No, there's no question that the gun right now, you're holding the gun. You're holding it. And you want to do something with that gun. And I think this is what you want to do. Bang, bang, ladies and gentlemen. Bang, bang. Because you see all these different people. And I could see Austin Edwards. Maybe it bothers you that different guys like Blackheart have been calling their own shots. Maybe it bothers you that guys that don't work in BYCW like Jason Noctis have tried to make a name off you. And, you know, maybe you're even upset about guys like James Taylor. Good old James Taylor. The nemesis James Taylor, who is the now BYCW Undisputed Champion, the PWF Uprising Champion. But we haven't seen him on BYCW TV since he won that championship from Blake Steele and Dalton Skull. You have been one of these guys every single week on BYCW TV. We see Austin Edwards. Every time we see Austin Edwards. But James Taylor, maybe that's why you're calling him out, because we haven't still seen James Taylor on TV yet. Maybe?
See, he proved it at Speed Limit, but I want to see how he handles. I want to give him that full minute. If I have to, James, I will call you out in an Iron Man match. I do not care, my friend.
No, you sure you want to do that? James Taylor, an Iron Man match? He may have a heart attack if he's going to have the Iron Man match. He's 41.
Not
Listen.
me. But let me take it back to Speed Limit 6.
Let's go. I'm going to put that footage up. We love James, by the way. We don't think James will have a heart attack, but I mean, listen, he's 41, obviously. 42 is coming up soon, and an Iron Man match. I don't know. I mean, yes, but you keep talking about that. Abby. James Taylor wants to give me a stunner, and Abby wants to give me a big stunner too, because she said I should not have disrespected my elders like that with James Taylor, but I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it here. But yeah, you keep talking. I'm going to put up that match between you and Drake Steele for the first time, because I know our chat is fired up tonight here on Sportswire. We have a lot of people here. You keep talking, Austin Edwards, my dear friend.
I've done a lot of crazy stuff for BYCW. I've put Dalton through multiple tables.
You did. We talked about that here in the past. Yes, I agree.
I've got my head stomped in a couple times, not gonna lie.
And you got hit with a hammer, by the way. It's hammer time here in this match.
I got hit with that big hammer. That big hammer hurts,
Well, you are too legit to quit, and I guess, we can't touch you when it comes to getting hit with the hammer.
No. But to the guys that created it, in the back, they did a lot.
Yeah.
I have to give it to them.
Yeah. I know. We love BYCW management here. Yeah, you definitely, let's just say, don't try this at home, kids, because, that's going to leave a mark.
Yeah. But see, in that match right there, I gave it my all with Jake. And to be fair, he came out on top. He got that 1, 2, 3. But as you've seen, I do not give up.
No, you don't. You don't.
See,
you don't. You don't. You don't.
That arm, my left arm right there, it does not affect me at all. You can attack it. You can talk trash about it. I don't care. I'm still going to show you.
Hey, listen, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, for those that may not know this, he had basically a deformed shoulder. I mean, his shoulder, unfortunately, in his heyday, he didn't get shoulder surgery after his feud with Hulk Hogan, and he basically wrestled the rest of his career with one arm. I mean, so Austin Edwards, there's precedent for this, and our friend Levi McDaniel from the IMF kind of had the same injury, who I know Princess Jade knows, and I finally said her name right, but there's a challenge for you. I'm going to get to that. But I mean, listen, you know what? Maybe you just need to stay focused with no distractions and grind. Stay focused, no distractions, and grind. There are those, Austin Edwards, who use the letter F for profanity. But you, Austin Edwards, are going to use that letter F for fighting, because you're going to fight. You're going to fight till there's very, very few breaths left, and maybe till the last breath. So stay focused, no distractions, and grind. Oh my God! Don't try this at home. Don't try this at home. And I know my friend Abby, our beautiful friend, wants to hit me over that every time I message her. Every time. But hopefully she does. She's a big Austin Edwards fan. But obviously, Drake Steele is just, you're not giving up, though. You're not giving up.
I love the sport. I really do.
I know you do.
But
I know. You fought the road.
Like you said, I gotta stay focused and I gotta grind. By the way, text me that later.
What's that?
I might use that one day.
Oh yeah, I'll text it to you. Yeah. I'll give you. We'll talk about it off the. I'll remind you of that. Don't worry about that. But obviously, right now, we're certainly worried about watching you in the ring, and you're fighting. I think the point is that Austin Edwards, you're going to be a busy man here coming up, and I hope, because we've got Crash and Burn 3 here very soon to be on BYCW TV. I hope, sir, that you're not going to crash and burn, because yes, You've talked a lot about that you don't give up. You will always stay focused, no distractions, and grind. Sure, you're going to continue to do that, but you're right now, I hope, not far in over your head, because you've got all these people that you want to go out there and challenge. And sometimes you may just want to focus on that one person. So I hope that you're not going to crash and burn, because there's a lot of people, conversely, sure, you say that there are champions that don't give up, they get back up on top, but there's also plenty of guys in our sport, as you know, that have crashed and burned.
Yes. There have been a lot of people that crash and burn. I'm going to be the one that will be on top.
Well, we're going to find out. I'll tell you what. We're going to find out and batter up here. Certainly, Austin Edwards is trying to be a part of this year's Major League Baseball Home Run Derby, which is taking place in Atlanta coming up on Monday. So maybe Austin Edwards has a ticket. The Braves could use him, just so you know, for the baseball fans in the chat. We'll get to everybody here in the chat in a minute. Yeah, they really could use him. At least I'm doing the tomahawk chop. But, obviously, listen, are you and Blake, for you and Drake Steele, are you and Drake Steele done? I mean, is that over for now and your focus just solely on what exactly? Just knock this right now? Or, I mean, you said you wanted Taylor. You said you wanted Skull again, but who?
Right now, I'm going to focus on Noctis. But for Drake, I will not forget my friend.
But yes. What's bothering you about Noctis is that he attacked you from behind. He doesn't work in this company, right? That has to bother you.
It does. See, even the same people that was going after my BYCW Intercontinental Championship are now going after Drake. See, now Blackheart, he wants to go after the World Heavyweight Championship. He's never won a singles championship here in BYCW. It's been a tag team championship.
Well, he looks at it like this. If we're talking about Blackheart, I mean, he's come in here, he's made quite a sound, and he wants to kill people. He's talked about death for Dalton Skull, and he talked about on Facebook when I announced Dalton yesterday, he mentioned James Taylor like you. He mentioned you. And what way to make an impact? He is, after all, a black heart. The man has no heart. So what better way for him to make an impact by calling out all the people that he despises? We know Blackheart right now despises Dalton Skull. We know right now Blackheart despises you. And we know Blackheart, like some people in the backyard wrestling circuit, despise the nemesis James Taylor. So if you're Blackheart, why not make this impact the way he wants to?
Truthfully and honestly, he's doing the same thing as what James is doing. He is jumping that gun.
Yeah.
I have earned my spot. Even when I wasn't on the court, I was out there training and working like I should. But see,
I know
all these other people that's wanting to jump the gun.
Well, does that bother you that there are people in BYCW that they're not here every week? Does that bother you that we haven't seen guys in a while like Blackheart, the nemesis James Taylor? We haven't seen him much recently. I mean, Dalton talked about the fact that he's been the one constant the last 10 years. Austin Edwards, you've been on pretty much every show for these past several months. You've been here. Does it bother you that these outsiders like Jason Noctis, guys like Blackheart, and guys like James Taylor are trying to come in here? I mean, listen, ATK, I mean, let's call a spade a spade. ATK doesn't work here. ATK is a name that a lot of people have opinions about in the backyard circuit. And he showed up here and, well, he competed against you and you beat him. He's an outsider. So does it bother you that all of these outsiders now all of a sudden want to come into BYCW?
Oh, yeah. It bothers me 100%.
Ooh.
It bothers me to the point to where I just want to be like, you know what? If I have to throw you out myself, I will throw you out myself. But you see, I have to give it to these boys. They have earned their spot to be here every step of the way. And I am proud for what they do. They come to BYCW and they show what they can do.
Well, we're going to find out. We're going to find out. Go ahead. You were saying.
I have respect for the majority of the boys that came down there. But the ones that wants to sit there and attack me.
Yeah.
Not after a good and damn good match.
Agreed on that. It was a very, very hard fought, neck and neck match that a lot of people really hoped that we'll see this again. Yeah, I agree.
Ladies and gentlemen, the assassin Austin Edwards does not give up. As you can see, these past few months, I have earned my spot to become where I should be.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think there's no question that Austin Edwards definitely is staying focused with no distractions and grinds, and he never quits, and he delivers. He delivers for the BYCW fans, and that's why he is a two-time BYCW Intercontinental Champion. But you know, Austin, I think we all know the outcome of this match. You guys certainly had a war, and we're going to certainly get to the chat here in a minute. A lot of people want to talk to you. I want to say hello to some people. Plus, Austin Edwards, I got something for you. I actually have something for you tonight. So you're not going to walk away empty-handed. But while you're here, hit the sub button for BYCW. And by the way, I got to give a big plug to the music from Speed Limit 6. I got to do it, Austin, because I just think whoever came up with this music was genius. It was like, dan, 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 dan. That music was so catchy. We can't really play it here because of copyright reasons, but that song was just, it's been so stuck in my head for weeks. Dan, 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 dan. Right. Yeah, no, we love that song, and we love our BYCW family here. Let me get to everybody here in the chat. We'll come back to this. We will come back and watch this at its conclusion later on. It is time now, as we are here with Austin Edwards, the assassin Austin Edwards. Let's get to the chat. Zilla is here first. Zilla would like to say hello. Thank you, Zilla, and I appreciate you. Torrance Banks, of course, our friends from home, had some shows recently. We had Pooty on, was here. Putty was on last weekend. Torrance Banks will be on before the end of the month. We're going to have Torrance Banks on. Lots to talk about at home. Lots to talk about out there. Pooty had plenty to say. Pooty, Twitch streamer, the man that is the voice of home. Torrance Banks is coming home to Sportswire before the end of the month. Figure in 2 weeks, Torrance Banks here live. He'll be talking about, I am sure, some of the things you said and some. And yeah, Jason Noctis won't be coming after Torrance Banks. You better believe he wouldn't do that. Torrance Banks is a big man, and Jason Noctis, he's going to be practicing maybe some voiceovers here because that's what he does best. Well, we will see what Jason said. I want to say hello to my buddy, Mr. Woo Riders DG. Woo Riders was here yesterday. He's back here again. How is everyone doing? We are doing great. Goldberg's career is over, but Austin Edwards is the man next to replace Goldberg because we've been saying Austin Edwards. Yes, yes, and yes. And speaking of people that are here, the BYCW Undisputed and the PWF Uprising champion, James Taylor, the Nemesis. What?
Well, Mr. James Taylor. Welcome to the chat, my friend. How'd you like what I said?
Oh, James Taylor knows he don't want any smoke with Austin Edwards. James Taylor knows that he needs to focus on some other things because James Taylor is not going to be anytime soon going one-on-one with Austin Edwards because he don't want that. He definitely don't want that. That's for sure.
You don't want this.
That's right. That's right. Let's get to some more people. A lot of people want to say hello. Hello. Yep. Thank you, Zilla, for that. Thank you from Woo Riders. Who else we have here in the chat? My buddy Ed Pizzo. Got to give Eddie a big plug. We are looking to change the way we see the wrestling world thanks to Eddie. Eddie's got a website out there that we are certainly plugging and getting out there for everybody. And I would really hope that you check it out. And it is at over duelthat.com. That is duelthat.com. I know that certainly some people want to challenge Austin Edwards to a duel, but maybe they'll do it unduly, because if you can do it, you can duel it, complete, vote, share, and win. Repeat, if you can do it, you can duel it, compete, vote, share, and win. If you can do it, you can duel it, compete, vote, share, and win. Challenge, create, complete, win. The 3 C's: challenge, create, complete, win. Duelthat.com. Maybe we'll even see Austin Edwards and Jason Noctis on there. Duelthat.com. You never know. Eddie's got championship belts. He's got a ring. He's got a lot of things there. And I hope you join, because I know some people will be after that. So thank you, Eddie. We're going to want people in the chat. How you doing? Yes, yes, yes. Speaking of people that have arrived, none other than Blackheart. Hello, you so-called assassin.
Man, isn't your gimmick already like? Isn't it the same as somebody that we already know? And Blackheart, do not forget that I most certainly forgot about you, my friend. Me and you, we've also had a good match. But you decided to blindside attack me like you do in every single one of your matches.
Yeah.
My friend, I tell you what. After I get done with Noctis, I'm going to talk to Mr. Chase Sullivan. And I'm going to get a match. Not just an ordinary match. Hell, this match has not even been in BYCW yet. My friend, I challenge you to a bull rope match made by Dusty himself.
Whoa! Whoa!
BYCW.
Whoa! Did you just say what I just heard? Because Blackheart says the same thing. We're going to see a bull rope match between Austin Edwards, the assassin, and Blackheart. You better be careful, because Black Veil's gotten stronger. They're more deadlier, and they're more cold and ruthless and cunning than ever before. But if that's what you want, I guess that's up to Chase Sullivan. Maybe Chase Sullivan's out there watching this, and I guess you want it, huh?
I want it. Give them to me. You're just going to be another name. You're going to be just like everyone else on my assassination list.
Ooh.
And do you want to know something? What Goldberg and what my good friend, Mr. Tom Bryce, has always said. Who's next?
Well, it looks like Blackheart's next in a bull rope match. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. Well, I'll tell you what. This is getting interesting tonight. Austin Edwards has come on here, and he is definitely in addressing the world here and some. There is no question that Austin Edwards has come out fighting with vengeance here. Vengeance. There is no question he has done all of that here and some. I want to say hello to Princess Jade. Yeah, Justin Parsley had a roast, and very memorable. And I caught some of it, and I hope that everybody does on his YouTube channel. Hit the sub button for BYCW, and your boy Alan Wynn is here. My boy, live it up, broski. Living it up. You definitely want to live it up, to quote Ja Rule. You definitely want to do that there. Austin is my brother. Yeah, what do you want to say to Alan first? What do you want to say to Alan first? I'll come back to Wrestling Fan. Go ahead.
Love you, man.
We love you, Alan. Love you, Alan. Thank you, Alan, for all you do. Thank you, Alan. Thank you for being who you are. Thank you just for everything you've done for being here and supporting. And that's what it's about, ladies and gentlemen. We definitely want to continue to support those who support us. So, yes. And also, Wrestling Fan, Austin is my brother. He will not be intimidated or back down. Go win the world title. Your brother. Better. That's inspirational. Inspiration. And I know you're fighting also because you're getting married also. You're fighting for your family. You're fighting for your missus, who does love you. Obviously you're fighting for now. Austin Edwards. It's more than just wrestling for you now. It's about family and it's about your legacy.
I'm going to do whatever I take to protect my legacy and my family.
Don't mess with Austin Edwards' family. Don't do it.
And wrestling fan, that is my older brother, Vader. I have brought him on countless of trips. He's sat there and watched my matches. He's watched me grow up. So, my friend, I will do what my family is going to tell me. And you know what? I might even bring you along to watch ringside with me.
Ooh, it's getting It's getting interesting here on Sportswire. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it is getting interesting. That is for sure. There is no question that things are getting interesting here. And I also wanted to put up some more content. You can see some stuff there, obviously, with Dalton and Austin. You can see some more footage. We'll put it up here in the background to support our friends here in BYCW. That's what we do. Let's get to more people. Austin not gonna give up. He gonna crash out and tap up and turn up. He won't be the only one. So be ready. Be ready. Yeah. And how you doing, bro? How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good. Yeah, hello. Thank you, Princess Jade. And we got that. We got the bull rope match, obviously. We know that. Yep, we got that confirmed. It's up to Chase Sullivan, though, right now. Chase Sullivan, it's up to Chase Sullivan. You think Sullivan will make the move?
Chase Sullivan, make it. Hit me up whenever you get that answer, though. I know the people wants to see it. I know Mr. Tom Bryce wants to see that match.
I want to see it. Yeah, I think I want to see it. I know Abby wants to see it. The world wants to see it. Zilla wants to see it. James Taylor wants to see it. The world wants to see it, and we'll have to find out. Maybe you listen. You know what? Goldberg has exit stage left. Austin Edwards, the next Goldberg, could very well be entering stage from the stage right. And the roast was interesting, very interesting stuff that we can't say on Sportswire. And James Taylor has responded. Edwards, I got to stutter with your name on it. Whenever you're feeling froggy, then just jump on and I'll knock you out.
Bring it, man. You just be another name on my list, James.
Ooh.
You keep jumping everywhere. Let's see.
Yeah.
I want to see what you can do. Did you give it your all at speed limit?
Yeah, I saw it. I'm listening. Go ahead. I'm listening. You got the floor.
James, after I get done with Noctis, after I get done with Blackheart, my friend, let's have a match. You know I'm willing to do anything. You know I'm willing to take it how far I need to go to have that match. Now, after you get done with Dalton School, and if you have to go against Blackheart, I'm sorry, my friend, but your time as World Heavyweight Champion BYCW, that time is going to end. Not with Dalton School, not with Blackheart, but with the assassin Austin Edwards.
Whoa! Well, who's up? James Taylor? You may be up, but it's Austin Edwards that's going to be the next BYCW undisputed and PWF Uprising champion. If he gets his way, Austin Edwards always comes out swinging on Sportswire. Tonight is no different. Tonight is definitely the night where Austin Edwards has certainly been swinging and some. Thank you, Eddie, for that. Thank you very much. Blackheart's not impressed by you. Not impressed at all. He's just not at all impressed. Not at all impressed. Just like Abby's not at all impressed from me. She just thinks I should the intros suck. She thinks you should take over on Sportswire. You should be the man on top of in the backyard circuit. I should stop doing this, stop messaging her, stop everything. It's almost you should be the man. You should be the front and center of everywhere. You are the man, Austin Edwards. You are the man. And hello to Hillbilly Tilly, the legendary Hillbilly Tilly. Yes, James Taylor is back in action. Not only is James Taylor back in action, James Taylor, my friend, is the BYCW Undisputed Champion and the PWF Uprising Champion. And James Taylor just wrestled Dalton Skull and Blake Steele. And James Taylor is looking for more. And oh, by the way, James Taylor, another promotion, ROBW, he's got some problems with Jason Storm. But yeah, that's what you've missed in the last 9 months. Thank you for being here. Hit the sub button for BYCW, by the way, because BYCW right now is just on a roll right now. At the top of the food chain, near the top of the food chain right now in the backyard wrestling circuit. Hit that sub button for me. Hit that sub button for me. Hit the sub button for us while you're at it. Let's get some more comments. And hello. Yes, hello. And Blackheart says James Taylor is nothing but a little with a big bark. Well, you know what? That's what Jason Storm has said. That's what Jason Storm has said with Blackout. Maybe Blackheart and Jason Storm are the same person. I don't know. But I know Blackheart. And Blackheart made his name in BYCW because he was somewhere else in the South. And if a tree fell in a forest, you couldn't have heard them. So now Blackheart is trying to come here where the big boys play in BYCW, where the assassin Austin Edwards is. And, well, let's just say the future is going to be a lot more rosy than it was in Atlanta when it comes to Austin Edwards, but at the expense of Blackheart. So we'll have to find out. So we'll see. But, yeah. And thank you, Hillbilly Tilly. Maybe Hillbilly Tilly, since you're in Alabama, we're in Tennessee. Maybe Hillbilly Tilly will maybe do some stuff for BYCW. Maybe he'll show up with management. He was a front and center manager for a company that had a lot of success. And maybe Hillbilly Tilly, he's the shot caller from the hauler. He's the guy that said, listen, everybody goes out there, puts their blood, sweat, and tears out there. Who knows? But Austin Edwards, before I get to some other things here, and thank you everybody for tuning in here. My name is the Reverend Tom Bryce. I will be here tomorrow night with Joey Knight Jr. He'll be here 8 o'clock Eastern. But to follow up what you've done, what tonight, Goldberg and Austin Edwards, Goldberg tonight passed the torch to you. Because like I said last night on Sportswire, Goldberg, exit stage left, Austin Edwards coming in. Austin Edwards has shown it. He has shown it. Goldberg had that famous tattoo on his shoulder. And you've got the famous Austin on your arm, right where your side of your arm is. I can't wait. But Austin, I got something for you. No, Jason Noctis is not coming on here. No, Blackheart's not coming on. Not tonight. It's a special night. I got something for you. You want to say something? You want to say something?
If they was going to come up on here, it was fixing to be
no.
night.
I don't have them. Don't you worry. I don't worry. They're not here tonight. They're not here. I'm here. You're looking just at me. But Austin Edwards, I got a gift for you, and I'm going to put it up on the screen now because congratulations, Austin Edwards, newest member of the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame, my friend. Congratulations. This one's earned, not given. And you have put your blood, sweat, and tears out there being front and center for BYCW. And yes, you are the newest member of the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame, my friend. Congratulations.
Thank you. You kind of make me want to tear up a little bit.
Don't you do that, Austin Edwards. Don't you do it. You got Blackheart here. He'll definitely make mincemeat out of you. You got Abby, who's a big fan of yours, not a fan of me. You got Zilla. You got James Taylor. He's got a stunner with your name on it. You can't cry. Dalton said last night that he was thinking about it. Austin Edwards. Remember that Austin. So don't do it. Don't you do it. Hillbilly Tilly's a Hall of Famer. He don't want you to don't make us cry on here. Don't do it, Austin Edwards. You have been fighting through those odds all your life. You have stayed focused with no distractions and grind. Stay focused, no distractions and grind. There are those who use the letter F for profanity. You use that letter F for fighting. Yes, Austin Edwards, you were the newest member of the Sportzwire Radio Hall of Fame. But we got a couple more things I want to talk about. I mean, so we know that Crash and Burn 3 is coming up. And I want to go back to Jason Noctis first. If you had any final words, my friend, for Jason Noctis, what would they be?
Jason, I hope you know, just like everybody else, you're going to have to kill me to defeat me. I promise you that. And James, you may have another stunner with my name on it, but my friend, you have a name that is on my list, called the assassination list, that everybody has been hit with. Granted, only 2 people has kicked out of my assassination, but they have also been knocked down. So after you get done with not with James, but with Dalton Skull and with Blackheart, I'm going to hit up Chase Sullivan, and I am going to get a match with you. And I'm going to prove to you why I deserve a shot to be the BYCW World Heavyweight Champion.
Whoa! Well, I tell you what, Austin Edwards definitely, as we said, who's next? Well, it's everybody in BYCW, because Austin Edwards is definitely on his way to being not only with more gold, but now being back on top in BYCW. And he'll certainly look to do that before Crash and Burn 3. If you are also here on YouTube and Instagram, everywhere else watching this, hit the follow button for BYCW. And I know you will not be disappointed. And definitely, Abby says, good luck for you, Austin. She says, not so much for me, but she says, good luck for you. And she'll tune in next time you come on here. Me, not so much, but we hope she has a great night, and you make our night every day when we get a chance to hear from you. But enjoy the rest of the evening, Abby, and we'll see you soon. And I got to give a plug, by the way. I got to give a big plug here for BYCW, a very important plug, because we have a sponsor in BYCW, and I want to make sure, because they're paying James Taylor's lofty salary. Jason's Toy Box, Hilton Flea Market, Crump, Tennessee. I know Austin Edwards has been there. I know James Taylor better have been there by tonight. Jason's Toy Box, Hilton Flea Market, Crump, Tennessee. You can get your Dalton Skull bobblehead from there. You can get your favorite Goldberg figures, soon to be your favorite Austin Edwards figures there. You can get your favorite wrestling t-shirts. You name it, Jason's Toy Box has got it. Hilton Flea Market, Crump, Tennessee. They're also on Facebook. You tell them that Sportswire Radio, the Reverend Tom Bryce, and also BYCW sent you, and they'll give you a thank you, and maybe they'll even let you come back to the store and buy some more merchandise. But Jason's Toy Box, Hilton Flea Market, Crump, Tennessee, they are the place that has almost anything and everything that you want. So make sure you go out there and support our friends at Jason's Toy Box. And yes, so that's that. So you obviously have plenty to say. Is there anything else that you may want to cover that we haven't had a chance to cover tonight, Austin Edwards?
We're sure we done covered everything, but James, like I told you, I'm gonna wait until you have your schedule completely free, to where you don't have no distractions at all. Because I want you to be 100%, not 25, not 50, not 75. I want you at 100%, and I know you want me at 100%. So I'm going to sit back and I'm going to wait after you have some free time on your hands.
He'll have free time on his hand. Listen,
Hey,
everyone's wondering when James Taylor will show back up. He's going to have to show up soon. There can't be no other way. James Taylor has to show back up to BYCW.
he has to. But see, the way I see it, I think that World Heavyweight Championship got a little bug to it. Because
We're gonna
people
find
that
out.
has held it before, like Blake Steele, for an example.
Yeah, I remember him.
He was barely on the show. He barely wanted to wrestle. He didn't even want to wrestle half the time. He's like, no, I'm just going to take the day off. I'm just going to take the day off. No. And now, you got James Taylor wanting to do the exact same thing. I think if it was me, I'd be out there every week like a true champion.
But what you have been doing. Listen, Blake Steele had attitude issues. He didn't want to show. He felt that he beat everybody in BYCW, but maybe it's because James Taylor knows Father Time could be catching up to him, and maybe he knows that he can't hang with the likes of Austin Edwards. You're an assassin. You haven't even scratched the surface in your career. You haven't even gone to your prime, and that's why maybe James Taylor knows there can't be no other way than being a part-timer in BYCW, because he knows, look at that Austin tattoo, looking with what you've been doing, fighting with one arm practically. I mean, so we'll have to find out. I know I can't wait to see James Taylor back in a ring, and I hope it's in real soon. But I do hope, by the way, Austin Edwards, I know you want James Taylor, but I think the wrestling world wants to see first James Taylor and Dalton Skull, this time one-on-one.
I want to see that match too.
Yeah.
I really do. But I'm going to sit there and I'm going to watch that match very closely. And I'm going to observe everything that James is doing. Because I'm going to be taking notes. So James, listen very closely. Be careful, because your title reign right now, your days are numbered, my friend.
Ooh, days are numbered. We talk about it all the time before we sign off. To go from the hunter to the hunted. And James Taylor had not been a world champion since George W. Bush was president. He doesn't know what it's like to hang on as a champion. He hasn't been a champion since the Iraq War. He hasn't been a champion since the Iraq War. He hasn't been a champion since, the Carolina Hurricanes in the NHL won the Stanley Cup. The Miami Heat won the NBA championship. The St. Louis Cardinals won the World Series in baseball. The Pittsburgh Steelers won the Super Bowl in the NFL. James Taylor is going to have to figure it out. Because if it's not Austin Edwards, certainly not Blake Steele, Blackheart, and even Dalton Skull, James Taylor's got more of a target on his back. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. This has been what an episode tonight. And I have to say hello to one of my buddies out there who was up at 4:19 in the morning watching you, Austin Edwards. That is the legendary Tribal Cheese. The Tribal Cheese, a man that has done so much for the wrestling world, a man that is one of the greatest draws in independent UK wrestling history. He is on his way to 5,000 subscribers. Hit that sub button for me with him. This man has met John Cena. He has met Cody Rhodes. He has met Bobby Lashley. He has met all of the famous names, and he comes on here to Sportswire. I have no idea why. No, I'm only kidding. But we love the Tribal Cheese. It ain't easy being cheesy. No, I think it's very easy being cheesy. But hit the sub button for me with him. And tonight, the Tribal Cheese, we were talking with Austin Edwards about his hopeful match with James Taylor. But before that, he's got to get in the ring with Jason Noctis and BYCW. He's got Crash and Burn 3 to worry about. He's got Blackheart potentially in a bull rope match. And he's certainly coming out swinging here tonight. Oh, by the way, he's the newest member of the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame to join you. So we have covered a lot tonight, Austin, and I'm going to pass the baton to you. I'm going to give you some closing thoughts. Anything else you want to plug, share, or say? I am now putting up your Instagram as well, my friend, and fire away.
To everyone out there watching, just know you can do anything that you set your mind to it. Just like I am setting my mind to being the world heavyweight champion. See, my friends, yes, I may have problems physically, but mentally, I do not give up. So, Jason Noctis, come Monday, I will defeat you, and I will prove to everyone else that I can be a world champion and I can beat a world champion. So, with the final closing remarks, Jason Noctis, Blackheart, Dalton Skull, James Taylor, you're next.
He said it! He said it! You're next! Dun, 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 James Taylor, Blackheart, Dalton Skull, and Jason Noctis. You're next. Dun, 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 dun. You're next. You're next, and thank you. And yeah, it was a good one. It was a fun one tonight. We had Austin Edwards here. We love our tribal cheese. We hope to see him on Sportswire before the summer is out. And if you're here, hit the follow button on Instagram for Austin Edwards. Please support BYCW. We really appreciate that very much. And they have content, like I said, coming up Monday. We have some matches, and you're going to be in action, I know, very soon. And I can't wait to see Crash and Burn 3 is going to come out as well very soon. So check all of that out. And Austin Edwards is the newest member of the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame. Yeah, definitely a memorable evening. One door closes with Goldberg. Another door begins and opens with Austin Edwards. My friend, congratulations. Thank you for all you do for us. Thank you for all you do for our sport. Remember, stay focused, no distractions, and grind. Stay focused, no distractions, and grind. And we'll see you soon, real soon.
Thank you. Everyone,
all right. That is Austin Edwards, the former two-time BYCW Intercontinental Champion and former BYCW Tag Team Champion, one half of that. He will be in action here coming up against Jason Noctis. He will be in action here very soon on BYCW TV. Look for that this coming Monday. And my name is the Reverend Tom Bryce, your voice, figuratively and literally, where all music and wrestling matters. If you're here on Sportswire Radio, we're going to go back to your regularly scheduled programming. We are here tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern Time, with one Joey Knight Jr. Thank you, everybody. Hit the sub button for us if you'd like. And until then, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Oh, on the number one, Global Radio, Sportswire Radio. And wait a minute. Breaking news. Congratulations. Thank you, Blaze the Bingo Hall. I'm going to put up your YouTube link before we go. Ace Christian, brand new WDWA light heavyweight champion. Congratulations to the Blaze. The Blaze, Ace Christian. Boy, we were talking about this a lot on Sportswire Radio. Thank you, Young Lurch, for doing this, because Blaze the Bingo Hall is the brand new WDWA light heavyweight champion. If you're here, hit that sub button for me. Blaze the Bingo Hall. Check him out. Austin Edwards says sayonara, and we can't wait to talk about that. Hit that sub button for me. Blaze the Bingo Hall. You're here. He's 4 subscribers away from 100. He's at 96. He's got a lot of content coming up. One Man Crew just came out. He's got Rayo. Rayo's got a big following. Hit that sub button for me. Do it. Just do it. Do it. Blaze the Bingo Hall. Congratulations, Ace Christian, brand new WDWA light heavyweight champion. We'll talk more about that soon. But until then, thank you, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. On the number one Global Radio, here it is Sportswire Radio, where all music and wrestling matters.